Greetings. My name is Jacob Gay, and I'm a solutions architect at Red Hat, supporting our alliances and partnership with our independent software vendor ecosystem. I'm thrilled to join you today to discuss Red Hat OpenShift, and most importantly, how the Red Hat OpenShift application platform is the foundation for digital transformation initiatives such as application modernization. To thrive in the face of increasing competition, organizations must become digital leaders. Organizations that do not establish a leadership position in digital transformation risk losing market share and industry relevance, resulting in diminished financial performance and possible failure. With Couchbase and Red Hat, we're combining the hybrid cloud and modern database technology to deliver transformative solutions at enterprise scale. While IT leaders have been pursuing application modernization initiatives to champion their digital transformation initiatives for some time, the need to offer innovative and digital consumer experiences has reached critical levels. The COVID-19 pandemic heightened the urgency of application modernization as businesses were forced to transition overnight from in-person to contactless remote sales and services. Providing digital consumer experiences has become the only viable business model in the new normal. The time to consider whether or not to address tech obsolescence has come and gone. And these changes are more about just the technology. To truly transform into an agile, responsive, and modern organization requires change from both the business and IT. To be successful, we want to achieve three things. First, answer the demand for new and better applications. Second, modernize your infrastructure and take advantage of cloud resources so you can move more quickly. And three, make the cultural and processy changes to support these new ways of working. Because it doesn't matter how amazing and efficient your apps and infrastructure are if your processes still contain the old bottlenecks and manual approvals that slow you down. But hybrid is more than just a strategy for new projects or your future requirements. It's also a logical platform design pattern for application modernization because it allows you to meet your current challenges and opportunities head on while positioning you for the future. If you are like most of our customers, you have a mix of new and old when it comes to the applications that you need to run your organization. Most large enterprises have huge existing application portfolios that have been built with traditional architectures such as monolithic or N-tier and traditional languages such as .NET and Java, or maybe even C++ and mainframe applications. In addition, most enterprises are building new apps or modernizing some of these existing apps on new architectures such as microservices and APIs with newer languages and frameworks such as Spring and Quarkus and Node.js. But what about your development processes and methodologies? Are they legacy as well? When embarking on the application modernization journey, you must evolve your workflows as well. In addition to continuing to support your applications developed with a traditional waterfall methodology, you now want to implement continuous integration and continuous development pipelines supported by a DevOps methodology. And you need to provide the mix of skills that you need to support these varying methodologies. People are your most important asset, and they need to adapt over time too. The born in cloud companies have changed the world by showing what they can do with these new approaches. So where are your apps? Are they in the cloud? Are they on-premise? Are they on bare metal servers, virtual machines? Well, again, if you're like many of our customers, you may already be using multiple clouds in addition to your private cloud or data center, and very likely on bare metal at the edge. So your infrastructure platforms are already hybrid. Do you have an architecture that is flexible enough to support this hybrid world? If your direction changes, like it has for most, are you ready to make adjustments quickly? Optimizing your strategy around innovation and speed for developers can help you overcome these challenges to transform your business regardless of where your applications are deployed. The benefits of modernizing your application portfolios are evident as you see here with the statistics on the slide. But the question remains, how do you overcome the technical debt that is eating away at your IT budget and still innovate at the same pace of a company born in the cloud? This is where our application modernization story gets very interesting. Red Hat and its ISV partners such as Couchbase have continued to innovate the technology offerings to enable businesses to overcome application modernization challenges. Over the next few slides, I'll focus on these innovations and strategies that are helping businesses enable these initiatives. And based on personal experience, the majority of application modernization strategies overlook one of the most important aspects of an application during its disposition, that being its data, as well as the interdependencies with other applications and databases. That's why our focus is still on business outcomes and the use case of an application. However, we are just bringing data to the table for the strategy conversation instead of it being an afterthought as it normally is. So we will not be talking about refactoring, lift or shift, or replatform like most popular application modernization or migration presentations do. Instead, we're going to shed light on enablers for data and complex hosting strategies. And just to give you an example of how much data is overlooked during these type of initiatives, according to a recent study by Forrester, many organizations still use applications based on legacy fourth generation languages and database management systems and other legacy technologies that haunt them to this day. As such, there's an urgent need for platforms that can support both developing and deploying new applications while also modernizing and upgrading existing ones. A key design pattern for application modernization is transforming monolithic applications into cloud-native container-based applications. This includes database applications such as Couchbase, which is a modern database that eliminates the key friction points that have kept enterprises from modernizing their relational-based systems, giving them the agility and flexibility to accelerate the development of modern business-critical applications. And as most of us know in IT, especially of late, analytics is a top priority to business leaders. This is according to the majority of IT leader surveys that have been asked about what those top IT initiatives are. So why aren't we modernizing our database and data analytics solutions quickly? Why isn't that a focus point? Well, it was hard, and it is still hard to this day, or at least it used to be. This is all due to open source innovation that has drastically improved Kubernetes and container-based technologies at a rapid pace over the past few years. So the complexities with hosting databases and containers is no longer a challenge. Solutions such as Kubernetes Persistent Volume Framework, Helm charts, and operators have enabled stateful applications to run its entire solution stack cloud native on day one. Databases on Kubernetes is not hard anymore. Well, at least with the right technologies, it's not. As you'll see in the next slide, there are some potential challenges, and thankfully, those have been addressed with the help of Red Hat, OpenShift, and its ISV partners such as Couchbase. And here are just a few of those challenges that we just mentioned earlier as potential roadblocks to these initiatives. And they are critical challenges that we must overcome, and we've been able to with our solutions. And those are data loss, operational complexity, the performance trade-off that might be involved. There could also be lack of support from the vendors' technologies that are in your environments, endorsement or documentation in general, and the lack of support in skills, gap skills and processes is also a potential concern. Red Hat helps address these challenges. But before we talk about OpenShift specifically, here are the value propositions of Red Hat for operationalizing your databases and data analytics solutions during your application modernization effort. And these are just key reasons why you should consider Red Hat as your strategic partner in the application modernization journey. First, we have a proven track record of helping companies operationalize these database solutions on our platform. Secondly, we have a comprehensive portfolio that helps complete the requirements of cloud-native app architectures and app modernization initiatives. And one of the most important is our powerful partnerships. That's why we're here today in support of Couchbase. They are a key database ISV partner in this ecosystem that helps accelerate and simplify deployment and lifecycle management of operators and databases. And finally, Red Hat is the leader and trusted enterprise provider of open source software based on hybrid cloud solutions. But we can't be remiss without stating that one of the most common use cases that we find with our customers in the market that are reluctant to use container-based technologies for databases is stateful applications. The move to stateful cloud applications is driving new requirements for these solutions, such as reliable, persistent storage. Along with storing ever larger amounts of data, organizations demand performance, portability, along with advanced features to support the performance and availability of their application. So application architects, developers, and other engineers need the ability to rapidly evaluate cloud storage offerings to understand what works best for their applications. OpenShift and Kubernetes can handle stateful applications that require storage too. Users create claims for storage, and OpenShift connects those claims to real storage volumes, as you see in this diagram to illustrate. And as the applications move around in the cluster's environment, the storage automatically follows them. And there are many different types of storage types that are supported today, from raw to block to file, both read-write once and read-write many. And as you see here, there's a broad spectrum of static and dynamic storage solutions to help enable stateful applications and database services deployed on containers orchestrated by Kubernetes. As most analysts and organizations know, the majority of IT teams and businesses are moving toward a container-based development model. But the problem still remains that containers must integrate well with virtual machine-based applications. Because the reality is, VMs continue to run many mission-critical workloads. And organizations that want to run those VMs alongside containers require a hybrid management platform capable of automating the configurations and deployments. With Red Hat OpenShift virtualization, it allows you to run and manage virtual machine workloads alongside container workloads on the same platform. It is a feature of Red Hat OpenShift that allows you to run and manage conventional virtual machine workloads in Kubernetes workflows on Red Hat OpenShift. Now, some admins, they have these large monolithic applications that require significant investment to redesign. That's one of the key cost components of these modernization initiatives. But with the virtualization feature of the OpenShift platform, it's ideal for facilitating these large migration and modernization projects. For example, admins can incrementally replace some functionalities with microservices while running them in containers. And it's also ideal, OpenShift virtualization is also ideal for developers who must deliver and manage applications quickly and efficiently because it enables developers to integrate legacy applications hosted on traditional VMs with new or existing container-based technologies. So it gives you that capability to build the new applications that you are designing with your business leaders while you redesign and upgrade and modernize the ones that are legacy. And I love this diagram here. It showcases how the virtual machine, the container, as well as database containers solutions are all running on the same platform. This is the type of solution that IT teams need in order to be successful with their app modernization initiatives. And again, we make this possible by migrating traditional virtualized workloads directly into development workflows with Red Hat OpenShift. This capability enables application modernization by a few things, such as supporting the development of new microservice-based applications and containers that interact with legacy traditional virtualized applications that are still running mission-critical workloads that maybe IT leaders are reluctant to move to the new technologies just because they are still working through some engineering rigor involved with those apps. But that's okay because we can combine those conventional workloads with new container workloads on the same platform, making it easier for developers and teams to gradually divide that monolithic application into small virtualized workloads eventually into container-based solutions. So by managing these workloads, both virtualized and containerized, as part of a single application development lifecycle workflow, teams can manage and deploy applications that currently include the VMs and containers directly from the platform, with the option of moving more components of the application to containers over time. In addition to the Red Hat virtualization solution to help with bringing VMs to the platform on the same of your modernized applications with container-based solutions, we also have migration toolkits. And they're for all different types of application design patterns, such as legacy applications that you want to move into virtual machines, containers that you want to move from a different platform to the OpenShift platform so that you can run those virtual machines alongside each other. And then also just for applications in general that are going through the software factory process, if you will, of modernizing your software in your application modernization initiatives. So these are just more enablers that help you accelerate and enable those modernization initiatives so that you can champion your digital transformation journey. And I mentioned this earlier, the importance of automated operators with Kubernetes operators, operations with Kubernetes operators has changed the game when it comes to the technology to run databases in containers, because it enables the automation of day one and day two operations, such as provisioning, backup, scaling, and etc. While that helps the developer, it also helps the DBAs so they can focus on project-centric and strategic tasks. Operators also make databases more accessible and supported. A variety of database and data analytics ISVs such as Couchbase have made custom operators available on Red Hat OpenShift. Red Hat is actively working with Couchbase to certify these database products to ensure that the operators are certified and they're secure and they have regular scanning so that all these capabilities and the additional tools and accelerators to help you overcome the barriers along the application modernization journey. And as you can see here, there are several more, if not almost 100 OpenShift operators that are available today that are certified to automate the deployment of their products onto the platform of services. So it gives the customer the freedom of choice to deploy the softwares that they choose, and it will work on the platform, is certified for operation. And these operators are a key piece of our tech strategy to work with our partners to enable quick deployments of their services onto the OpenShift platform. And it's a platform that is consistent across application models, across clouds, and on-prem, and across an ecosystem of software and hardware that allows you to deliver fast, secure, so that your platform is secure, proven, and ready for tomorrow's innovations. From expanding your capabilities onto a single infrastructure to deploying across a mix of infrastructure targets, OpenShift provides a single interface regardless of where it's deployed. And as you can see here, we just want to shed some more light on the OpenShift platform solution stack itself. As you can see, it's an enterprise-ready Kubernetes container platform with full stack automated operations to manage the hybrid cloud and multi-cloud deployments, offering the simplicity and automation of the public cloud. It includes an enterprise-grade Linux operating system, container runtime, networking, monitoring, registry, and authentication and authorization solutions. You can deploy Red Hat OpenShift Container Platform on your choice of infrastructure, whether it's on-premise data center or in private cloud. If you prefer not to manage the infrastructure, most public cloud providers offer Red Hat OpenShift as a managed service as well. And also we want to mention the recent addition of StackRox as a security solution for our advanced cluster security for Kubernetes, and the advanced cluster management service that allows you to run multi-clusters across different clouds and data centers, all through one management plane. And this same OpenShift experience is available in two operational models: a managed OpenShift service delivered by Red Hat and its partners on any leading public cloud, as you see here, or if you want to control, there's self-managed OpenShift where you can have that operational experience and the control of on-premise or in the cloud for maximum control and flexibility and customization in highly regulated environments and industries. As we adjourn for today, I want to leave you with this. It requires a change of mindset. In addition to all the tools, the features that we discussed today of OpenShift, the virtualization, the toolkits, and the ability to run Couchbase on Kubernetes and run stateful applications in those containers with the persistent storage solutions you need to be successful. And this is a watershed moment. It's a watershed moment for the company's ability to overcome tech obsolescence and enable the business with innovative technology to reduce time to market and create new business outcomes. IT is in a unique position to champion, lead, and implement application modernization initiatives successfully. However, in order to integrate legacy data and apps with new APIs and solutions, integration problems must be overcome quickly. The aim is to increase integration speed while reducing IT resources. Integrating with a cloud-native solution hosted on hybrid cloud infrastructure with pre-built integration solutions is the quickest path forward. With the future of the business on the line, IT has an opportunity to lead, albeit with a different mindset focused on innovation. Thank you.